Alright, we're going to look at Anna's freestyle. Good streamline off the start there. The one thing that I noticed that you do really well is you have a great kick, and the kick is just very, very powerful. The one thing that you're going to want to watch is you can kind of see there how that elbow is kind of out to the side, and we talked a lot about that this week, and I think you've already started to kind of make that change. And that change is the fact that we want to come up more with the elbow, make it high recovery, and then enter. And I think you're going to notice that a lot more. The other thing is you can kind of see, as I rewind here, the head tends to bounce. And when the head bounces, we're getting more of a up and down stroke more than a long distance per stroke. The kick is good, but for a longer race, you're going to want, as you can kind of see that hand is bent there at the wrist, right there. You can kind of see that. So one thing I think you've worked on is doing the exit point and the enter as far as you can with more of a hip-driven stroke. And I think that's helping you get a better distance per stroke going. The other thing is, I would encourage you to watch the breathing. The breathing, you seem to breathe a little bit late, and you can kind of see there, my hand's coming around, and my head is now entering with my hand. And when that happens, and you do a swing around with the arm, my body is going to go in more of this direction, okay? And so what happens is I end up swimming this way and this way instead of being on a straight line and then just rotating on the axis. So that's just something I'd focus a little bit more on as I try to. Sorry, I'm going to try to clear this out. See if we can rewind here. But you can really see the bounce kind of with the stroke, and that's just a head position. And then, as you can see there, the arm's kind of going around to the side, and that's just something I think you've fixed already by working more on the zipper drill and getting the high elbow for the recovery. But great job. I think this is going to be a great freestyle for you for longer strokes. Great job. All right, we're going to look at Anna's freestyle underwater. Good dolphin kicks. Good head position. The head position's there now. I can see it is good because you're staying straight in that zero position. The key is you don't want to dip the chin too much into the neck. The other thing I caution you of is just watch the kick. You can see there the knee's bending a little bit too much, and so when I kick and I bring my knee down in, it's going to create an off-balance position for my body. So that's one thing I want you to focus on. You're doing a good job getting good reach, and I think that's excellent. I think you can reach even more if you drove the hips just a little bit more. And that's just something I want you to focus on just a little bit more. The one thing is, as that hand enters right there, I want to start bending that elbow now. And what I mean by bending it would be that here's my elbow, and my arm would end up kind of go, well, this would be my elbow, sorry. But that would be my hand, and it kind of go down in that motion, creating a paddle type of situation with my forearm, and then my hand. So that's something to look for and focus on. You can kind of see now I'm bringing my head up just a little bit too much. That typically happens when I start to breathe because my head can be in the best position possible, but when I go start to breathe, it usually changes that dramatically because as soon as I turn my head to breathe, it's going to change my position, my body position in the water, and I'm going to have to adjust. So just be careful of that. The other thing is my hand enters, you can kind of see there, I'm entering the hand side out to the side, but I need to drive the hip right now. I need to drive that hip, and there you can kind of see it, but now my elbow is dropped, and so now I'm not getting as good of reach as possible. But great job, keep up the good work, and hope to see you guys, see you again next year.